I should not really be here for long, 'cause I still have homework and it's kind of nuts to be here, 'cause it's counting down on the deadline, but I feel like my week is not complete until I have this set up. Okay, so last I left off, I was up here with the disco things, and did I want to talk to them to begin with? Probably, yeah. There is more. If it works at all. No, wait, please.
Hello again.
The girl looks up at you for a moment before turning back to her work. Dedicated to it, huh? The others told me you went inside the church. What did you see there? I would know if I asked already, right? Week to week.
Oh, that. You're not gonna believe me. There's no point in me telling you.
But we've already seen it. Go ahead and tell me.
Okay. I went in and I saw a woman next to one of those machines there. Noid calls it a mainframe.
Nice.
She was dressed like someone who's been raised by her grandmother, you know, strange old clothes. Had this absent expression, didn't say anything, just stood still.
That's not especially frightening, I could say. Yeah, that has more personality to it.
And then, you know, right behind her, a man crawled down the wall, upside down like a crab, down the church wall.
Do crabs do that a lot?
I didn't even know he was there. He was completely silent.
They're just neighbors. It is kind of strange that that's just the world they live in, just a normal part of it.
He stopped right before he got to the floor, then just hung there like that, looking at me, right at me. I fucking turned around and walked out. End of story.
Yeah, that's a good self-preservation instinct.
Like a crab, you say?
I mean, it's up on the roof. That's more like a bug, and we've seen it. I saw the crab man.
You saw him? Does it mean that you went in there? Did you see the other spooker, the one in Grandma's clothes?
Just the crab man. We could have been all official about it. Prefer not to share.
That's odd. You should search her machine. Maybe it says where she went.
Oh, nice. And then I want to just chat to say hello, hi. Hi to Terrifying Creepy Clown and Kai and and so little guy, how you guys doing? I've got this like set up differently than I normally do, so I want to adjust it to be more visible for a second. I love how in this game, but also outside of this game, person raised by their grandparents is kind of a it's kind of a known trope. You quoting Be More, She Let Me in there. Totally, absolutely, and hello to you, to be Sonic in existence. It's just chill gamer time, but you have been informed that we're talking to a girl on the ice about the crab man. I don't think it's gonna be resolved or anything. You saying it's 87 AM? No, it's not. It's knowing more about associates AM.
My associates? I haven't got much to say about them.
But, I mean, you know something about them.
Of course I do. I just don't tell people about my friends and who they are and so on. I don't provide information on them.
So it's sort of the anti-snitch gamer hour. So it's kind of the... But don't you know, with strange things happening such as the Crabman, that you are in a fictional game, so you have to tell me a protagonist about it. Oh, how about yourself?
Me? I'm a silver bird.
I like the whimsicalness of it. I look over at the chat. As a little guy saying, I came to distract myself because the random old indie games hyperfixation is returning and I need to know more games. I have read sometimes in like joke form, I want to say, that Disco Elysium here is like more of a novel. I don't know, I'm still having a great time playing it though. And maybe we'll ask later about a silver bird indeed.
Don't know what makes you think it'll be any different later, but...
I mean, some things are different later sometimes. And, okay, I don't see any other... orange dialogue options, so I go in the tent, I don't think it would have changed so much as the little guy saying Baldi's Basics hyperfixation, bro. I was watching a playthrough right before this. Huh. I mean, we can be balding. It is an option. God, I can't tell how the volume is. And yeah, I wanted to look at these other youths whom are partying. Can't believe Kim Kitsuragi leaves me all alone in the crowded tent just because it smells terrible and is really crowded.
A young man with peroxide blonde hair holds up a Harman Welsh tape player, nodding along to the music. He looks at you with a knowing smile and says,
I can't remember if I clocked this one as Egghead because I was thinking of baldness, but there is hair visible.
as though you're supposed to be sharing some tremendous evangelical secret.
Okay, secrets. I love it. Perfect. We could say nothing. We could say, is it? Yeah, I guess. We could say, you're just gonna keep saying it's hardcore, aren't you? Yeah, predict other people. See what they say about that.
I am the rearranger.
I think this came out in 2019. I should not be that caught off guard by it. Skibidi-danger, of course. Hey. So the little guy's in the chat saying, can someone smart and knowledgeable inform me about the whereabouts of this game? Oh. For some reason, it was like attached to a Tumblr post for a while. And then YouTubers started saying, at this time and age, I'm caring so little about getting spoiled on this game in the video. It's like 300,000 chapters of gameplay. I mean, yeah, honestly, going into this, playing this, I thought that I got spoiled on some stuff, but there keeps being more details, such as the party tent and Egghead, that I had no idea about. And whoa, hi to Rock Wizard. How you doing? How you feeling on this fine day? I'm encountering music enthusiasts with a German and a British accent, but in this game they're called other things. And one of them just said skivity at me.
Your cop training did not prepare you for this. What to do?
Why would it prepare you for this? Wait.
Could there have been a right way out of this garden forking path, you think?
For a new task on that, alright? No, what? Okay, you're just rhyming at me. I really want to do a little fan art of Egghead.
So you had a talk with Andre, and now you want to discuss things with Nord. Good.
Yeah. Would that have changed if I had clicked on the one first? Skin shows through the holes in the Speed Freak's too large sweater. In front of him, an open toolbox full of carpentry tools and parts.
It's good you talked to Andre first.
Okay.
It gave me time to get a reading on your side.
So I would throw you off otherwise?
Before you get a reading.
Alright. And he runs his hand through his hair, which is combed back in mock seriousness, and continues to fiddle with some gears. That makes it sound as if he combed it back just now as we've met him. Sign? You talking like vibrational? You talking like all of this? Whoa, hello to King Hijinks. He was an entire new task. Egghead as an entire new task. I didn't know. There's Rock Wizard saying, I heard British and music enthusiast. Did you call me? I put the two and two together. What's on my screen? What can I say? What do they mean by sign? As a music enthusiast, can you guess? Let's ask though.
Yeah, gotta compare. See if we can align.
I'm just getting rhymed at more. We can say interesting or that's ridiculous. Am I a skeptic cop? Do I not believe in all the vibrational? No, I just saw a crap man in a church, in a spooky abandoned church. Yeah, I'm not able to call anything ridiculous. I'm just able to let it wash over me like the music.
I suck at socialising, man.
Oh.
Even now, our sign synchronisation is way off. I'll see what I can do.
And he continues to rearrange his tools. Still, like, announcing how you're feeling about socializing is a type of confidence, right? I saw a sticker on the padlock. Can you tell me anything about it?
A sticker? You mean the yellow one? Can you describe it to me?
Why, to help you get more of a read on me? Why describe it if you already know what I mean? Or, is this one, are you familiar with this? Oh, show inside the ledger. It's a yellow circle with a human face with the X's for eyes, and I think the X means dead. I don't know what the point of describing it is, but it amuses me to go into more detail.
Good. What did do you want to know?
Was I right? Is it a dead guy smiling? I guess. Yeah.
Yes, you're the 23rd person to get it right. And I've asked 23 people. Looks like it's a dead guy smiling to the entire human race.
So, I take it that Noid invented that in this universe? Or really? Or why do you think that's so? I don't know.
We're all the same. Same eyes, same smiles, same death.
I wasn't expecting that answer, but I don't know what I was expecting. There's King Hijink saying you gotta figure out the egghead dialogue maze. I am fascinated, suddenly fascinated. There's Rockwizard saying autistic people are so cool, I wish I was real. I'm definitely finding artistic people all over the place, but we might say that's a different sort of a thing. Find out what's real one at a time. What does this mean?
He defeated history.
No?
We are living in the age of history.
Okay.
In the eyes of history, we are always already dead.
I don't get it.
How can we ever smiled it?
It's clear as mud.
History is a lie. So are its depths.
That seems a little hopeful somehow. If I reach into the mud and pull out some kind of a meaning.
Present moment and life are the hardcore. The hardcore expels death.
Is this gonna help me with Egghead, the final boss?
Or maybe he's not dead. Maybe he's just really ecstatic about the beats.
Yeah, that's a way of not being dead, probably. Being ecstatic about the beats.
Or drugged out of his mind, come to think of it.
Is he good? We could say he could also be drugged out of his mind. Or I'm thinking maybe the smiling dead guy is a symbol for communism. It's also dead but doesn't care. I think this is the run where we're choosing communism every time. Hit that button when it comes up. Communism button.
Yeah, that interpretation holds.
Thank you. Am I finding comrades in the sweat tent, stink tent? We could say I think we've exhausted the subject for now. I mean, why not? I would like to see and do many things.
I guess one could write an entire treatise on the thing. But what for?
For the sake of exploring the entire dialogue path, or how are the signs all right now? Are we vibing, bro? As a cop encountering a youth, are we vibing, bro?
Nah. Still strongly out of sync. Stage gamma disalignment.
Why? What?
You heard me.
Okay, tell me about the machines you saw in the church.
Weird stuff. Specialised. There was a data processor and some sort of long-wave machinery.
Okay, this is gonna help my investigation.
Wires going into water. Gives off a spy sign. Or some fucked up Samaran science sign. You know,
Yeah,
the kind that goes head first into the supernatural.
is this world's version of the word vibe, so I was picking up on that. What's wrong with the supernatural, or does it really exist? Let's start with the first one.
Nothing's wrong with it. You should definitely be researched. You can still do sick shit with it though.
A perfect assessment.
The sickest. That's perhaps why it should be researched.
And check back on the chat to see King Hijink saying, Noid is gender as fuck and I love him. Cool guy with an interesting perspective on the world and a lot to say. I also like the idea of syncing signs with people. It's getting on the same wavelength. Right? Totally. And the same vibes wavelength. And UDP Statistic saying feels so wrong to be here this time. Surreal, metaphysical. Indeed. One might even say supernatural. It's a strange and chill vibe. There's Rockwizard saying, I love Rockwizard vibes. I wish they were real. Wish you were real as well. How's it like being not so real? Oh, there's goodbyes. And I'm asking what the supernatural, if you think it actually exists, to Annoyed.
Most of it doesn't exist. But there's also stuff that isn't allowed to exist. Because the moralists think it's too dangerous for the plebs.
Alright.
Psionic powers, pale-related diseases, pretenders pretending to be human, folk rights, that kind of stuff.
Well, that got a little in-depth. So you do believe in it. But you think it's being pushed down? Why are you called Noid?
The hardcore aesthetic is esoteric. It's not meant to be discussed with the law at this moment.
Alright. But at a different moment, like if I came back in a cooler shirt or jacket, maybe.
It's not easy to reach a harmonic resonance of signs without some adjustment.
Oh, So we need sign matching, or I don't know what that means. No, I think Inland Empire. A little voice in your head was telling you what that means right now.
Yes, further sublimation would do good for us. One way to achieve this would be by getting us into the church.
I'm feeling mildly manipulated, so I'll come back later. This has been an awesome, sweaty tent full of lads. Alright. And I think I just go walking about it. I don't think I missed anything in particular. I look on over back at the chat to see what's going on. And you're saying, as a communism, I can confirm that I am dead, but I don't care. Perfect phrasing out here. So I think in the vicinity of the church. I'm not playing anything on the boombox, right? It's sort of a hybrid Hobocop aesthetic. The bag, more Hobocop. Am I having the... Oh, I'm having a very proper shirt on at this moment. Huh. But I could have more drama. And then there's being dead, but you don't care. I scroll a little more, catching up in the chat. You're saying your negation is narcissistic. Yeah, I guess that's one way to define another person. Whoa, hello to Brina. I should really, okay, I think I'm just like adjusting my settings for a second. Adjusting my settings for a second. Trying to figure out how this works exactly. Okay, it's not working very well tonight. It's not working very well tonight whatsoever, but I'm kind of realizing that the music was coming from the boombox. Huh. Alright, got all my settings where I want them into small delay, and I want to look more at the machines that are around here while disturbing it with my music, apparently. Do I want to start with the wires? Siphoning electrical current from outside and into the antenna. And then...
A machine stands in the corner, watched over by the figures on the stained glass window. It's turned on and quivering with soft electricity.
I love the sound effects on that, but it's kind of making my skin crawl.
Another radio computer. And this time it's already turned on.
Nice.
These machines sometimes harbor traps, he thinks. Alarm systems and the like. Let's be careful.
Okay.
We should leave. I doubt this place bears any connection to the case.
You doubt it, but what if it bears connection to the case of us being cool and bros together? We could say, yes, but this looks just like the one in the Doom commercial area. Yeah, but that's because Harry is discovering that computers exist and he didn't previously know that. Say that?
It's also quite similar to the one we have down at the station. Must be the same model.
Let me investigate
You
it.
see fluorescent play and print buttons on the keyboard. A hatch connected to the central compartment is wide open.
Nice.
The lieutenant says nothing. You see the machine's glowing frame reflected back from his diamond-shaped glasses.
Diamond shape?
You're free to proceed.
Huh. So I can look
Behind
inside.
the hatch sits a cube-like crisscross of filaments, smoldering in the dark like fireflies. Silver tape on the side says, in black marker, log, February to March.
Same months as us, at least.
Another filament memory. Press play to talk with the repeater.
Who's in here?
The speaker comes to life. Static seeps through the machine's planar magnetic driver. An old lady greets you. Her voice sounds 100 years old.
Wait a second.
Good afternoon.
Eh.
This is the East Insulindian Repeater Station 1. Please repeat. Is this the personal log?
I didn't think that it would be the same as earlier for some reason. I'm too stuck in our world's like version of computers, I guess. Wait a second, am I playing her tunes right into her ears from a boombox?
It's the same old woman you spoke with through the radio computer in the Doom commercial area.
Yvonne, it's me again. Hello, how are you?
Good, thank you.
Oh.
Please repeat. Is this the personal log?
We can say I looked inside the core, but the tape on the filament just said log February to March.
Good. Please repeat the password.
Everything is so password protected these days. Nobody wants Harry to just take a little look-see. Come on.
Let's look around. There's no use trying to guess the answer.
Fine.
Maybe he knows something.
And so we want to ask the crabman a password. I'm really bad at passwords. Can you give me a hint? This is the police. Please open the thing. I don't know. Can I ask for a hint?
No.
Is it my birthday?
Still, no.
Is this the police?
I am contractually obliged to protect the privacy of the filament holder for trust accident. Without filing a warrant with Lintel, I cannot give you access to this filament.
But it's the same holder, so was this stolen?
I'm afraid we are not doing that. Unless we want to wait for a month.
I'm fascinated.
Now, can you please repeat the password?
Well, we don't know it.
Received. I will register this login attempt.
It's so much more embarrassing when it's not an automated system asking for your password. It's bad enough that Google wants to shoot me in the kneecaps when I log in.
Anything else I can do for you today?
I don't know. Is it like the same one? I'll take a moment to catch up on the chat. As King Hijinks have been saying that you care a lot, Sabrina appears, Siraj Rosie appears with the hardcore indeed. And the daytime and nighttime stream people get them mixed up. And Sabrina had been saying, I've been going insane for the last 2 hours because every one of my mutuals has been saying I like my cheese drippy, bruh. Sometimes, for some reason, I thought I was going to look at the chat, and then I was going to find things that make more sense than the crab man and the and the thing. But I learn about the drippy cheese. Every one of your stories, how they're overwhelming you. They're overwhelming you. I've missed some goodbyes, and I scroll down to the bottom where I've missed a tiny cat and a weirdo appearing. There's YouTubers like saying I'm in an open heart surgery watching this. Don't be doing that. Don't be doing that. Or maybe it's really important that you hear from Yvonne right now. We could say I might have the right password. No, I don't. But Fortress Oxidon, like the one in the Doomed commercial area, I want that information.
I have 2 machines registered to this company name in Martinez. One on Saint-Brun, the other on Rue de Saint-Guedelaine.
Okay, nice. But does that mean there was an employee here, or is this stolen and still using the registration from somebody who found the password just lying around?
Saint-Brun. That's the church.
Oh, so it's official.
And Rue de Saint-Guedelaine? That's the Doom commercial area.
Thank you.
Anything else I can help you with?
I guess I'm finished. I'm sorry, Yvonne. I walked in here, I'm embarrassing myself.
Goodbye, Fortress Accident.
Goodbye, Yvonne.
The machine's keyboard is still illuminated, revealing fluorescent play and print buttons.
What if we print?
Nothing happens.
Okay. Well, it's good to know. Crabman, can you breach someone's security for me? I know you're just... yeah. So I know you're just on the ceiling. I look back over at the chat. King Hijinks loving the future-looking computer. And there's leaving to do schoolwork. Honestly, I'm in the middle of my schoolwork as well, and I'm here because of crackhead decisions.
Wait, I meant the mother's love.
You mean coffee is the mother's love? That's strangely hospitable for a crabman skittering on the rafters. Have you, by any chance, heard the way to say the password to a radio computer? Oh, you would have to say it out loud every time. And is it a password for both, perhaps? Crabman, breach security.
Too many times, essay. You need it for something.
We could say yes, it's for a first-degree murder investigation, Martinez, and then the first one is like adversarial. Just tell me what it is. Or I want to break into the radio computer to see what's on it. Does Harry think that this is for the murder or for not the murder? We've found things that didn't seem to be connected before. It could be for the murder. It's for the murder.
The lieutenant raises his eyebrow, but doesn't say anything.
Stop judging me, Kim. I'm on to something.
Don't worry about though. The password is afterlife death.
Well, then I don't know why those fellas in the tent didn't vibe with the vagrants in the church, because it seems like, philosophically, they are onto some similar things.
That is true. But what comes after death?
What comes after death? Access to the computer, to someone else's personal computer.
What you think of that? Makes me almost pity La Nilita Pequeña when I hear it.
You don't say. I mean, I guess I could say okay, thanks.
I think we're done here, essay.
You crawled away? I thought you were just gonna be there for a while.
That was an interesting conversation.
I guess so. Sidine had been
However,
saying nothing
I'm
makes
still not
sense.
sure how it's relevant to our investigation.
All will be revealed. I can't believe he skittered away from us. Wow. And then, okay, so there's Marina off to work, very nice, and King Hijink saying overly complicated login bullshit. It's only gotten worse. Right. I failed a CAPTCHA really hard the other day, so hard that I was like, am I a human? Am I revoked from human? Do I know passwords now,
The
though?
machine's keyboard is still illuminated. The speaker comes to life. Static seeps through.
Good afternoon, Fortress Accident on Saint-Brune. This is the East Insulindian Repeater Station 1. Please repeat. Is this the personal log?
I think it could be. It maybe is. I have the password.
Good. Please repeat the password.
Afterlife, death.
Good. I have unlocked the filament. After ending the call, please press print to access the filament.
Well, this is terribly insecure due to the crabman, but also fascinating. I love how those wires are lighting up. The aesthetic is great.
Fortress Accident, is there anything else I can do for you today?
Well, I mean, I guess that's it. Nothing more to say to Yvonne over here, right?
Goodbye, Fortress Accident.
And good evening,
The
Yvonne.
machine's keyboard is still illuminated, revealing fluorescent play and print buttons.
I can't imagine how difficult it would be to have to radio call someone every time you wanted to log into your computer. So we
The
print.
printer prints out a long text document with dated paragraphs. It looks a bit like someone's journal.
Nice, we're in. We're cracked.
The
We're
first
hacked.
entry, made on the 4th of February, 51, by an unknown author, is short and concise.
Catching up with the chat. Are you saying it's clearly Harry's birthday? He just doesn't remember. That's why we're going to party. That's why partying is my mission. Thought you were above material possessions, Crabman. Definitely. And is there Spanish going on? Sometimes I'm detecting that people put in a little bit of Spanish or French. Or another thing I can't quite detect. And Humus McGumus has appeared to say, holy crap, I finally caught a disco stream. Oh, hello. It's caught you as well, I suppose. And we're hacking into the mainframe.
Arrived at the church. The door was boarded up, so I used the crowbar to get inside. Looks like the place has been deserted. Nothing out of the ordinary, but I'll ask around. Need to figure out how to get the electricity in.
Did she break this huge mural then? Or was it broken before? That's fascinating to me. But also, the operator was saying that it's registered to this location. So was it like official in some capacity to come in here?
The lieutenant leans closer, scouring the printout over your shoulder. Just as you finish reading, he looks up, muttering under his breath.
Come on, Kim, it's not that big of a detour. It hasn't been an hour yet.
4th of February. That's over a month ago. Whoever set up those machines has been here for quite a while.
Just glowing around, huh? Do you think the log might be connected to the case? I can ask this, but I know the answer. He does not think so. But I love hearing your voice, Kim. Talk to us.
Our case? No, I don't think so. It must be some local eccentric.
Oh, but don't the machines fascinate you? How about the second entry?
6th of February, 51. Had a little chat with the local fishermen. Said I shouldn't go near that place. That the church was spooky and ridden with narcotics. It's a little spooky, all right. Still haven't figured out the electricity.
And yet you're the one spooking people. And then King Hijink saying, I wonder what the password to the other computer could be. The only hint I found when I tried to look up password stuff was to ask the Crabman, but then the Crabman promptly disappeared in a puff of, I don't know, coffee or something. You already dances. You're talking about capsules, talking about a snake, and King Hijinks is saying, I love the unique way the technology in this world works. It feels retro in a sort of realistic way, like motor carriages resembling old cars, but not really, right? Like an old car got more plating. I imagine that's mostly an aesthetic choice, because cars updated to get safer, was it? Well, I guess and they've been here for quite a while doing some interesting work with these machines. Definitely, at the very least, from the outside, interesting to look at.
See,
That glow.
even one of the spookers themselves says it's unnerving.
It feels strange calling them spookers. It doesn't quite feel right.
What was that about narcotics? This could prove to be interesting.
Is the most consistent character in this electrochemistry. Is that why it's surprising to find the hidden depths of other characters in this game? The gardener, etc., etc. Because there's this one note sort of thing going off in your head at all times. Do you want to look around for narcotics? Does that strengthen electrochemistry? I feel like clicking it for some reason.
I doubt that we can find any. It's just idle fisherman's gossip to scare away the kids.
But if the kids get into narcotics, then it's going to attract the kids. Think of that, fisherman.
Nothing spooky about this place either. It's just abandoned and cold, and in an awful part of town.
Well, it's good to hear your assessment anyway. So, the third entry.
7th of February, 51. Finally, got the electricity in. Next on the agenda, a new antenna. I'm thinking Eska series, something advanced.
So they're still shopping around out here. We can ask, why would she need an antenna? Tell us your tech knowledge, Kim.
Why would anyone need any of this equipment here?
Oh, yeah. And he just steps on a wire running on the ground, inspecting it with his boot. Fourth entry.
8th of February, 51. Bought the antenna. Had some problems setting it up. Called Simon for help.
Have
Heard
I
the
met
others
that?
are back to making art. Drinking somewhere out of town. Sulislav started a rock band again. Lexi has been seen asking money from strangers.
So you do know some addicts around, but that doesn't sound like the same names of the drunks I've met. Well, not that there's an upward limit.
But at least the artists have their act together. They're qualified labor. They can get work anywhere. Graphic design, ads. The programmers are doing fine too. I mean, they're programmers. The writers, though, they're fucked.
Oh, you were part of the Fortress Accident team. Oh, and then a writer had to write this. I'm sorry, guys.
I just have to find out what caused that data loss and be done with it. Still don't understand how it managed to wipe out the backup when the backup wasn't even connected to the front. I know. Everyone
Whoa.
thinks it's impossible. They say I must be lying. I'm here to set it right.
Is this based on one of the team of the developers or something? And the idea of looking at your coworkers and thinking, yeah, you are dedicated enough to this project that you would set up in an abandoned church if we went under. There's something funny to me about that. Something very Disco Elysium vibe. So a data loss.
Seems like something to do with radio computers. Unfortunately, I don't know enough about them to understand what the author is saying.
It's highly specific even for a machine enthusiast, huh?
Something about the backup data getting destroyed, and how everyone thought it was the author's fault. Let's just keep reading.
Oh, you're getting into this too, are you? And we're asking artists, programmers, and Lexi, who are those people? Yeah,
I
who?
think these people worked in the radio computer games business. The one we saw in the Doom commercial area. They must be our former co-workers.
We're on the same wavelength, Kim, you and me. We can read the fifth entry.
12th of February, 51. Brought some food from the grocery store. Apparently, there's a strike going on in the harbor. Definitely not happy to see the Martinez people again. Everything's now set up in the church. Going to start working tomorrow, 8 a.m.
So that's a pretty exact timeline of the log. I go catching up on the chat, commenting that the spooker is probably the least wild. Because, yeah, probably. And electrochemistry secretly being the most complex character. I have kind of been wondering about the addiction mechanic as per the thumbnail. And Humus McCoom is saying, ironically, this is what happened to the company. There's like 3 to 4 offshoot groups who worked on the game, making new stuff like Disco Elysium. I really wonder which one will come out on top. Did they all announce point and click cop mystery projects? And YouTubers are saying, I feel like a third wheel in the stream or the fourth or fifth. You get what I mean. I'll go back to my stasis. Thanks for stopping by, man. It's good to see you, even in a strange, unstructured context.
That's right. We are nearing the date of the murder.
So you say there could be hints, Kim.
Keep reading. I'm interested now. I want to know what's that radio anomaly that sent this person here in the first place.
I got you into it. I got you into it.
25th of February, 51. I've been sending data up to Lintel for a while now, trying to recreate the data loss, but nothing. Didn't even feel like logging in, the disappointment. But I did discover a curious audio-spatial anomaly at the back of the church. I've named it the Swallow. It swallows sound. Need to get some mics.
So that's a spooky kind of story. I feel like that would be on the Magnus Archives, Twilight Zone, one of them things. You go into an abandoned church. It's just a quiet place to do your work. And then you discover something that doesn't make any sense. I have to delve deeper into my other save to know more about the Pale, I think, because I'm not passing the checks in this one.
Is she talking about?
Yeah. What is it? And it's been noticed and you're recording it?
28th of February, 51. Yes, the first recordings confirm that the Swallow is real and I'm not just losing my mind. It's a pillar of silence with a diameter of approximately 3 meters.
You measured it?
Seems like the higher I go, the less I record. This might be a coincidence, or it could be connected to the data loss that led me here.
Led you here? Okay, I got chills. Why did I think the data loss was just going to be something not connected to the strange silence or the fact that we're in a church or the crab man and whatever's keeping him on the rafters versus on the ground? No, but they are connected, and it did cause you to lose your job. I was just looking at the lost jobs as a thing that happens in the world sometimes, all the time.
The pillar of silence. She is talking about the silence. Is she suggesting it's more than just an architectural quirk?
All the architecture I know of doesn't cause that unless it's completely padded in foam. What could it be? You can look at it.
The lieutenant doesn't answer. He follows your gaze, studying the basins. The water shines in them.
No ripples. No ripples, no air movement, no sound. No air movement. Wouldn't it be hard to breathe in there? 8th entry.
March 51. Some kind of young disco men have appeared next to the church. I've been trying to record the silence to find the epicenter, but now it turns out I've also been capturing the future of dance music, one neo-disco song over and over again.
Okay, so you do acknowledge it's the future of dance music, though. That's promising, I would say. That's promising. Hello to a word 789. It's a chill gamer stream.
Fortunately, the song is so monotonous I was able to devise an algorithm to factor it out.
Really?
The other day, one of the disco men came in. Before I could even say hello, she got scared and left. Good. I don't want anyone distracting me from my work.
So they're aware of each other. She's describing a sound.
Girl on the ice? Sounds like her, yes.
And a 9th entry. Well, you sound more absorbed than usual, Kim Kitsuragi.
March 51. I got a call from the repeater station. Someone has tried to access the radio computer in our old office in Martinez. Can't do anything about it. The storekeeper still doesn't want to let me inside the building. Thinks I'm part of some kind of curse. How Martinez of her.
Oh. Yeah, so you knew about us. Well, you're gonna know more about us. We're gonna meet. We're gonna be friends. We can say that's me. I was the one who broke into that radio computer, and the storekeeper must be Plaisance. You're picking up on some very self-evident things, I would say, man, but it's good to see him out loud.
I knew it wasn't a good idea to meddle with the machine.
It's an awesome idea, even though it's still connected. Okay, 10th entry.
March 51. A new 2-meter aux cable. Noodles, crackers, ping-ping energy drinks, water. toothpaste, gum, also some canned air.
Is the canned air to clean your computer or to mess with the sounds over there?
Interrupted by the sound of the church door opening.
Hello, I'm reading your stuff. I'm in your diary.
A strange woman makes straight for the
Ooh.
radio computer.
Okay. I guess I wouldn't call it raised by your grandparents necessarily, because to me that brings to mind someone younger. Hi. Oh, just right for it? Do you walk past people often? Would I be able to tell what's going on with the pail? And also, do her colors in the background of her portrait correlate to the colors of stuff in my head?
Breaking into my radio computer, I see.
Yeah. She glares at you as she holds down the off button for several seconds. The machine reboots.
I do apologize for the intrusion, madame. We are with the RCM, you see.
Maintaining dignity. I love it, Kim. We can say we're here on a side case representing a certain music venue organizers, or we're not breaking in. I'm pursuing a mysterious lead, searching for my lost identity. Oh, you still consider it very lost? For some reason, after the name, I was like, in my head, that's a little bit settled, but there is still the rest of it, yeah. We're on a side case. Hello.
Well, you won't find any music venue organizers here.
I'm trying to tell what accent that is, but she's very terse.
It's just me and my computer, and it has been this way for weeks. Now please give me some room. I need 2 seconds to see that you haven't destroyed anything.
In the middle of American and Eastern European?
We should talk to her after she has rebooted the machine.
Yay. Cool, okay, I'm meeting them. I look over at the chat to see the Magnus Archives. Disco-like is my favorite game genre. Main character with multiple unreliable narrators in the head. With my limited knowledge, I don't actually know about more of those. And and you get the encyclopedia. Right, I want to upgrade encyclopedia because we lost the, damn it. Anything? Does it need a whole skill point? Oh, they're losing that. The Dick Mullen hat was bad, wasn't it? No, we're gonna be okay though. I'll keep an eye out for more things. Why can physical instrument level up? I swear to logic though. Logic could. Huh. Does it take anything? We could have logic, I feel like. Yeah. Let's have some logic. And hello, Suna.
What is it?
I mean, it could be a lot. Sorry I broke into your stuff. We could say I didn't break anything, did I? Are you the lead programmer of We're All Untethered by any chance? Who are you? What are you doing here? Can I choose several of these? Well, I didn't break anything, right?
No, you just printed out my personal log and wasted some paper.
Okay, great. Are you the lead programmer?
Yes. Or, no. Not anymore. That project is dead.
Okay.
She doesn't seem surprised to be recognized. Rather sad.
What?
Something passes over her face before she straightens her back.
So then enough people would have known about the project to recognize you here and there? Or we've just put it together? Who are you? What are you doing here?
I am Soona Luukkanen-Kilde, the former lead programmer of Fortress Accident and RSA radios. I have over 16 years of programming experience, and I'm proficient in both Vox and Orbis languages.
Huh. They made up some really convincing in-universe technobabble.
If you're not here to hire me, I don't really know how I can help you.
Maybe we are. Hello. Have you seen the Crabman, for one?
No.
But you know he's around. Wait, if you looked at your screen so much that you haven't cared to look at the Crabman?
Yes.
He's seen you. Or he must have seen you, or you're not worried about him. He's seen you. And the Crabman has seen you, I could emphasize. What if the Crabman's listening to us right now? Would this shatter his faith in us? Does he have faith in us? It's probably not a big deal then, I'll say.
You're right. I'm not.
You're not. And why are there so many machines in this place?
I brought them here. These are my machines. Please don't touch anything.
Why do you need an antenna?
I use the AR1 as my RAIN prefix processing unit.
We could say I don't understand, or wait, what, or...
RAIN prefect. My radio computer.
Okay, it's processing?
Yes? You really don't know anything about radio computers, do you?
Oh, and I've stopped her from working successfully. Well, that's good because it's time to make friends. Not really, or I know a little. Don't know about anything in this world. Yes, it's an honesty sort of a playthrough.
Alright. Well, all radio computers perform operations up on air. So in order to gain more processing power, you need to invest in a good antenna.
Oh, that's kind of a funny way to arrange all of this. We could say what's on air, or is it a good antenna?
On the front, the unified front of radio waves, licensed and controlled by Lintel in the East Insulindic region.
That seems more centralized than I currently know of our internet to be.
It's all around us. That's what on air means.
Well, is your antenna good?
I guess it is. So far I've been quite satisfied with it. Martinez is an unstable region with bad coverage, and the operation has been surprisingly stable.
Everyone else around this church has been talking in riddles and music and mysterious things. You seem very grounded, very on the ground.
But it's not the cheapest one on the market, so I wouldn't recommend it for your regular red tape operations. Fraser 1000 is a foolproof line for civilians.
Oh, getting the tech recommendations.
Anyway, you should do some research before you decide to buy anything. Ask around, compare the prices. There are many milieus dedicated to that sort of thing.
There's no Amazon review, so I have to hear it from your mouth, Sona.
She liked to tell me this. It calmed her nerves.
Well, that's very nice. I'll check out the chat to see speculation that her accent is AI. King Hijink saying, I love you, Suna. She's ginger as fuck as well. Another of my favorite characters. Love her whole attitude. Humus Gumus is saying, if you like games with voices who chime in, like the ones in Disco Elysium, you should check out Slay the Princess. I had heard of that recently, and so now it's like doubly from you, doubly stuck in my head a little. Saying, serious tech lady who is super practical and smart and absorbed in her work, but with a genuine passion for her work. I love her so much and appreciate how autistic coded she is. The vibes, or should I say signs. And we can ask, what are you doing with your radio computer?
I'm working.
Working on what? No, you're not. I'm not only the police, but I need attention like a little puppy dog or something. So what if you're not working? How about that?
The machine seems almost alien with its pulsing core. The light casting her face in a strange shadow.
Are you going in the chat? You're telling me an autistic coded this? Oh, fun. Okay. Well, we want to know what she's working on.
Could you just shh for a moment? Or get to the point? I really need to focus on something.
Oh, if only you knew. We're Harrier Dubois, and we haven't been getting to the point in like a full week, 4 days at least.
It's not just rudeness. It really is hard to concentrate on whatever she needs to do, and you're not helping.
Volition. We can say, what about those bowls of water over there? Also, since Volition gets you up in the morning, I kind of wonder if you start out with low enough of a stat in that, do you not get up at the right time? Well, that seems too useless to be flavorful. What's with the bowls of water?
They are connected to my RAIN prefect.
Really?
Whatever you do, just please don't move them, okay? Thanks.
We might have already. Can I add something to them? Or next question.
Great.
Yeah, what are you doing in an abandoned church?
You
Are we
really
friends
like those
yet?
questions, don't you?
Yes. We could say I'm a police officer. It's my job to ask questions. Or there have been complaints from the neighbors. I don't know. Well, let's start with
I'm
that.
conducting scientific research here. You can't throw me out.
Oh, absolute determination. What research?
I'm looking for the location of a 2mm hole in the world.
Oh? Has another character spoken of that? The Crabman, right?
She's looking for a disruption in the radio waves. That's what her personal log said.
how well funded is all this? I mean, it just seems to be just you in an abandoned church with kids who want to rave, trying to intrude.
The lieutenant raises his brows, but doesn't say anything.
Well, it sounds supernatural, hole in the world, but won't the scientific approach catch your ear more likely? Is the hole connected to the data loss? Or what does it mean? Well, let's start with the data loss, right to the point.
Yes, that's what led me here. But I suspect it might be something a bit more complicated than that.
I would love to know. What does it mean exactly?
Exactly. What does it mean? Up to now, it has been impossible to say what it is because it's impossible to measure nothing.
I mean, wouldn't you just measure exactly where all this something stops? Like a black hole? Do they have that in this world?
What do you think it is?
I don't know.
What qualities does nothing have?
The absence of something.
How do you measure something that does not exist?
All around it. Okay.
That's a little above
No.
your pay grade at the moment.
I just upgraded this too. Alright, we could say, hold on a moment. Does it mean we're now living in a world that has holes in it? I'm so fascinated what this could be like with less of a logic failure. The world has holes? Or I can't even understand how we're talking about something that doesn't exist, let alone measure it. Or I don't know. I'm not here for some science. I just want to solve a murder so I can go home. I don't know. You can ask about the world and still have priorities.
I don't know. Are we? That's what I'm trying to figure out here. But how do I figure it out?
And because I can't even understand how we're talking about something that doesn't exist, sure.
You measure it by its surroundings.
Yeah.
By that which does exist.
My logic
Which is
had
what
no
I've been trying to
failure.
do. I've tried using hydro transducers to record the silence, to find out where it begins.
Okay. I mean, it sounded like you measured the column of silence, which is pretty good.
But honestly, it's not progressing very well.
You could take a break and come back to it with fresh eyes.
But does it have anything to
After
do with
partying.
ectoplasmic life forms? Ghosts, in everyday parlance.
We can ask if it has to do with ghosts. Yeah, okay.
Ghosts? No, I don't think so. I don't believe in ghosts.
But you are finding a hole in the world itself? What about other things?
I don't believe in them either.
Other things? But how about necroplasma?
Great. What are we talking about? And why?
Okay. Hey, Kim, can I have your opinions on anything? Check back on the chat to see. King Hijinks saying, and yeah, the game makes a point that she's genuinely not trying to be rude and is trying to focus on her work. We're really so bothering her so much. And Humus Baguma saying, low volition leaves you in the hands of electrochemistry. Volition can't defend you against the impulses. Oh, electrochemistry is so personable, so nice in the way of speaking, I want to say, but that filled me with visceral terror just now. Let me die appears to say, you do get up, he just doesn't chime in as much. The voice might have been physical instrument. Oh, so it's still like in there, but something else flexes you on up. King Hijinks is saying, she's laying down the law on you. She's got some very important stuff to do here. Right? But then it makes me wonder what the urgency exactly is. Something is information and fucking with the logic of the world. Nothingness is coming into the world. Like holes in our brain. Oh, and I still haven't been able to obtain the tie. So this is a little bit different if I've got the tie while I do it. So where's the hole though?
Somewhere underneath those roof beams, I assume.
You need a ladder. What if several teens come in here with some kind of party equipment, such as a trebuchet, and they put you right up there?
Only a faint crisscross of rafters can be made out from the dark. Most of the tower disappearing into the shade.
It seems like she really should collaborate with the Crabman, who has better access to that.
Strange things may flourish in the dark.
Like a Crabman? Well, why there?
There's this place at the back of the church. A place where all audible vibrations seem to decease. I've named it the Swallow. And the higher you go, the less you record.
So are the two characters in this church like personifications of reactions to the unexplainable? Is that it? One is to science and reason your way through it, and the other is to become a crabman about it.
The Pillar of Silence? Are you sure it's not just an architectural quirk?
Does architecture do that in this world? I gotta know.
Maybe, but it's oddly close to the physical coordinates of the data loss that led me to this place.
If you say so. It's where the crabman lives. That's what I know.
I know.
And you know. So, you don't think the crabman might be somehow responsible? Yeah, that 2mm hole in the world, it's one of his nostrils. You never thought about, you didn't notice it moving when he moves?
No, I don't.
Okay.
She sounds mildly annoyed by this line of questioning. Her hands typing hundreds of commands into the machine.
Hundreds? Well, that's a remarkable amount of focus. I couldn't. You said the research isn't going well. Why not? Do you need funding? I just got bribed by teenagers, so I have $20 if you want.
Because it's just trial and error, trying to locate the swallow, the exact point in space.
What if it moves? Would you be able to tell?
And I don't have a... You know what? It would be really helpful if you could just stop talking and let me work.
Well, I guess that's all I wanted to know about the scary 2mm hole in the world for now.
Great. Thanks.
But we could ask again immediately if we wanted. And how do you feel about anodic dance music? You have to sleep sometimes. In fact, that's good for ideas. So you could get out of the church, and they can get in the church, and they can party, and you can take shifts.
What? I hate it.
Oh. But it's the future of dance music.
Maybe I'd have to be on drugs to get it, but to a sober mind it just sounds like uninspired rug whipping.
Oh.
No idea what it has to do with either dancing or music.
You need to see the right kind of dance. It slaps, I swear. How do you feel about a club for anodic dance music? Was there something I could have worn to make him say this better?
This is about those speed freaks in the tent, isn't it?
Yeah.
I've got some news for you. It's not a nightclub they want to build here.
And why would you say that, Sona? What do they want to build?
Take a guess, why don't you?
A youth center, a petting zoo, a community space to help the elderly, or I'm still convinced they want to establish a nightclub. They said it's their dream. Can I choose multiple of these? A petting zoo.
I can't believe they got you so easily. Go have another talk with those up-and-coming entrepreneurs, will you?
Excuse
Thanks.
me. Excuse me.
Good luck. I'm not coming in there.
Come on, I know they would love to hear from you, Kim. Alright, so that's more information and a very spooky sort of thing. Man, how annoying would it have been if that whole sequence proceeded? Is this the circle? Definitely, I can hear it differently. I just wanted to double check. It would have been so annoying for her if the sequence would have proceeded with the boombox still going. So, there's King Hijing saying that's an interesting connection to make holes in the world, like holes in your brain, swallowing information, like how you've lost your memory. Definitely. And then Loomis McGoomis wanting to get a tattoo of Volition on your arm or shoulder. Cool. And then I love the voice of the ugly tie dust. Doesn't chime into this conversation. Oh man. Oh wait. What's this? Oh, just some random money on the ground. You love to see it. As Raver Kids programmer Crabman, we need to bring all the warriors together for sure. And then the horrific necktie for some reason feels like a South Park character, especially with the accent. Aw. 4 days into this, and I failed, what, like a 90% check to get it off of the ceiling fan. I am vexed. I'm vexed by it. I want the tie. Youths, explain yourselves.
Hi again. So, how are things going?
Well, he looks excited. The tips of his hair are all sharp and white, and the bleach has consumed almost all the toothbrush on the mirror in front of him. Well, I checked out the church.
And? What happened?
And I talked to the Crabman. Hail me as your leader.
Oh, man. Who is he? What did you think?
Well, he seemed very spiritual, and he seemed okay.
Really? Huh. Interesting. What's he doing in the church?
Just kind of preaching and praying, apparently.
No matter. Is he going to be a problem?
He seemed friendlier than the programmer. If more... Was it unclothed and unsettling? I don't know.
Yeah. Lloyd is right. Let's get back to the point. What are we gonna do about him?
You're gonna hang out. You're gonna be bros.
These guys will never catch him. You will never catch him. There's nothing to do.
And we could say, of course he's a problem. He's a crab man. What are we, racist against aquatics? No. He keeps himself physically active, thinks spiritual thoughts, and doesn't drink. Who am I to evict such a person? Or we can say, as far as I can tell, he's not gonna leave. He'll climb up around there, and you'll never catch him. And he told me he wouldn't mind the nightclub at all. Can I please choose more than one of these, please?
But he's likely up to no good. He's a crab man. A menace to society.
I really doubt that. I don't think we can catch him.
I don't know, man. Doesn't it feel like a major hindrance to you? A spooky guy climbing around when all the guests are trying to have nice, friendly hyper time?
Doesn't that just make it hyper time? Wait, but doesn't that just kind of make it unforgettable? You should give him disco mirror-plated underwear, and then he will be obviously adding to the vibes, and occasionally you'll like shine a spotlight on him, and it's gonna light up, and then the vibes will be incredible. You live with the crab man.
I guess it's not a massive problem, now that I think of it.
Consider the disco underwear, I say as if they can hear me from the side of the screen.
Everyone is welcome. Dance till the morning light.
Okay. I love spelling yeah like that.
Maybe. I guess we'll figure something out. Okay, but what about the other spooker? The one in Grandma's clothes? Did you see her?
Yes, we saw her. And then I want to check up on the chat as King Hijinks is saying, I don't think Crabman is responsible for the swallow, but I think the swallow is responsible for the Crabman. Yeah, feeling it. And then there's feeling the South Park vibes, because the director told that the Ty's voice is the most annoying and comical they could think of. Oh my. And then there's Cucumber Fiesta appearing to say, I want to say 3 dialogue options are too little. A game needs to be released like The Sims with a branch dialogue tree. Oh, fun. And he's saying the Crabman is just your average Mexican. He's very Catholic coded, and his accent is definitely Mexican American like me. That's a hilarious image of the average Mexican. I guess I haven't really looked into the rafters enough to really view the average. And, okay, I'm saying I was using the mainframe when Sona, the formerly programmer, appeared.
A programmer? That's odd. What was she like? Did you ask her about the nightclub?
It was a little bit negative. She said you guys haven't been completely honest with me about your plans.
Come on, man. Who will you trust? A spooky programmer or us? We just want to make the world a better place.
It doesn't have to be either or. You could just tell me some more.
Feels alive. Get down and feel it.
Whoa. Okay, the stuffy tan muffles the last 2 words. The command fails to impress. No, I don't know, I'm kind of impressing. We could say maybe I'm kind of feeling it, or the love, I'm not really feeling it at all. Honestly, I wondered for a second if that was an innuendo. We could be kind of feeling it.
You'll get there, believe me. When we've got our gear set up, things will be flowing and pumping.
Misread that as pumpkin.
Anyway, now that it's settled, how did she sing? I mean, disposition-wise, about the dance club idea. Ja oder nein? Rocking it or dropping it?
Okay, perfect. She didn't like it.
What a pity. That's my favourite thing in the world. And she doesn't like it at all.
Invite her to do drugs with you?
A shame. What can we do now? Do you see a way out of this jam and into a laser-lit future of dance and unity?
I don't know. You guys are like maybe lying and maybe kissing up, and then she doesn't like me. So am I the best peacekeeper? I don't know.
Unity! Dance!
You make me believe, Egghead. She made it very clear that she won't leave until her own project is finished. And that could be soon, maybe. What if you guys helped with science?
And you can't just evict her?
I won't evict her. We have to come up with a different solution, or I could go for another try, bring down the hammer of the law. I could say I won't evict her.
Look at you, honor man.
That's right, I'm an honor man.
No, Noid, he's right. Maybe we've approached it the wrong way after all. I'm sure there's a workaround. We can make a deal not to bother her.
Like, just work out a schedule, probably.
If that's okay with her, we only want to get in the church and spread the joy and ecstasy of music.
I read that as ecstasy and music, but that's not a drug in here, in this universe, is now, is it? Hey, you're amazing.
At least Crabman seems like an advanced being. He's art. He'll understand.
Ah, I'm glad I sold you on the Crabman.
Yeah, he can do his climbing thing in the tower. And the programmer, does she like a Nordic dance music?
We can lie and say she gets down. But wait, okay, I'm kind of curious if that like crumbles the side quest or anything, or if it's a little resilient, or do I lock myself out of something? I mean, I kind of want to just be real.
Egghead cannot believe what she just said.
Sorry,
Makes it
Egghead.
pump the jam a little slower for a moment.
No.
Then he returns to the full swing of it.
No, I bet if you remixed a song she already likes, huh? I'm thinking, then maybe she could see the appeal a little. I don't know.
No worries. We'll figure it out.
Oh.
If coexisting fails, you can always muscle her out, right? If it's all okay with you, what do you think?
How corrupt do you think I am? We can say I refuse to throw her out, but I can try convincing her. Or, alright, I'll see how it goes. You know what, we like her. And we may not have gotten off on the right foot, but I said we're going to be friends, and we're going to be friends. We proceed.
Excellent. Good luck, my friend.
Wow. We can ask what the deal with Egghead is. we could try the light check again. Have I passed a 28 before? Okay, I want to ask this, but I also want to, I guess, take off his clothes and put on the different clothes and see if the logic goes up, or maybe...
He's a quiet man, mostly communicates through music, and by being a master of ceremonies.
That's great. What's a master of ceremonies? That's the deal with Egghead?
You know, a host, a declaimer of slogans.
The DJ.
He's a performer, gets the people going.
He was getting it going in here, even though it's a tent with 4 people in it. How do you communicate with him?
Well, he's just right here.
Oh, you
I
don't?
don't really know how to communicate with him.
But you're obviously, like, vibing in the same way. Have you ever really talked to him?
Yeah, sometimes. When I stumble and find my way into his center, you have to hear a lot of hardcore to the mega first though.
That's oddly hilarious. It's like as if the guy doing DJ announcements, as if that could be the entirety of a person except for one small center.
The man smiles mysteriously, choosing to let the beat speak for itself.
Alright, what is it about today that keeps giving me chills? Okay, so I did put more into logic. Let's check the outfit. And there's a +1 to the logic. Anything else? Anything, and visual calculus. Endurance, encyclopedia versus, no, okay. Pain, rhetoric, okay, we can have a little bit more. Was it already on or was it not? Was it already on or was it not? It was already, okay. +2 to logic, very awesome. Interfacing and conceptualization and goddamn everything. Okay, so it's swanky. It's not, militaristic. We could have more rhetoric if we wanted. Or suggestion. Or pants. Wow. I've created a mega nerd. It's good. It's good. We're finding out information, I hope. Even. Why does it still say godly? I'm clicking on. I want to read the chat for a second to steel myself. Are you saying the Crabman sounds more Puerto Rican, and the Suna loves the dance music, and there's talk of bringing the world together as Egghead Balder is blonde. I interpreted him as bald earlier, but then the description said that Egghead was blonde. Blazer, the hat, the jacket. Oh, gave away the hat, and You're saying the crab man reminds me a lot of Hispanic dudes that got out of prison and turned Catholic in prison. Whoa, a lot happens in prison. They were surprisingly good at art, like drawing and woodworking. Think Egghead is buzz cut and blonde. And him, I like to imagine his short hair glows in the light like a Super Saiyan. Perfect. And you created did you get the racist hat that's very logical for cops to wear? I think I gave away the only hat. I gave away the only hat that we've got. Little Dick Mullen hat. So we roll. Unexplained nosefed. I had no faith in that. I had no faith in that. Oh, but we're good though. Oh, okay.
Gather around, kids.
Really? Okay. Drama? Wait, I thought this was Logic's thing. What's drama telling to us? Okay, kids, gather round. I mean, since drama said it, I kind of want to see what you were onto. Gather round, kids.
The young speed freak puts down a busted capacitor and looks at you.
Okay.
The one with the large head seems very enthusiastic about whatever you have planned.
Definitely.
Their would-be leader is less amused.
Okay. So we can say, sometime in the past, I'm not sure where and how, I fell sick and became the shadow you see now. But before that, I have reason to believe I was a police detective. Several reasons. I feel like at this point in the game you've found more reasons than ever. Or, I've got bad news for you, Andre. Things don't add up. I mean, we can have some preamble. We started the preamble. We'll keep ambling.
But you still are.
Thank you for your kind words, but everyone in here sees I'm a disgrace to the uniform, or I was good enough in this job to have been awarded the rank of Lieutenant Jeffrey. I could have been Captain. Imagine that. Captain Harry. Or we could see I'm a disgrace to the uniform. That seems a little extreme, but I don't know. Being a cop with them, figure of authority, has been a certain kind of route, so I want to see where the other one goes. Even if I don't believe you're a disgrace, man.
What happened?
We could say disco happened, or life tore me a new asshole, or I did. I happened to myself. No, he lost his memory. You can't really say. Or I don't know. Do you want to blame Disco in front of them? Even though I happened has a strange sort of appeal to me. I want to know what happens with Disco.
I've been trying to say we need the next step in dance music to happen fast.
Because otherwise you could turn out like me, I guess is how that goes.
Shut it.
Okay.
What? I have. I've said that.
Okay. Well, now obviously that might well have been 1,000 years ago, but there's still some detective left in me.
The young speed freak is silent.
You know I'm onto you. You know I'm onto you, man.
He senses something is wrong.
Sona said you've been lying about your plans. Your answer was very unconvincing. Or, this isn't the makings of a club. It's a tent full of laboratory equipment for manufacturing drugs. Do I want to go one than the other? Will they let me?
Fuck, man. It's difficult to get along with some people, but we're trying to make an effort. We are on a mission here.
And the mission? Drugs?
I have no idea how you arrived at that conclusion, but it's wrong. Look, we even have speakers.
I mean, you don't need the whole church, do you? If you'll just cook in a little meth.
One speaker. They have one speaker.
Perception. Thank you. Where is his friend? Did he lose his friend? The speaker? You have no headphones? Wouldn't a cell need her headphones to spin tape? Or that nosefed is here for its active ingredient, or the distilled water, cornerstone of a clean lab, and the ether in the air. Ether. I don't know, I want to start with headphones if it'll let me do multiple.
What do you know about spinning tape? Nothing.
I'm a disco man, we know. And I know you pawned them, likely for lab equipment and drug ingredients.
I'm sorry, but there is no lab equipment and no drug ingredients.
We can ask where his friend is.
What do you mean, friend?
The other speaker?
It's a one-speaker system. It's monodynamic. You wouldn't know the first thing about sound reproduction in anodic music. Other speaker.
It's not sounding convincing. Check back in the chat for rules 1,000. The universe is starting to get you back after the 97%. It felt all right. After failing a 97, I'm on edge even more for like all of them. And yeah, just one speaker in here. I feel like if the church were normal, then it would echo correctly. Just one speaker. It could be very good. But it's looking more like a meth lab. And King Hijinks saying, yep, you figured out what they're doing behind the dance club. I think the other passion for anodic music is genuine, especially on Egghead's part, but there's other stuff going on here. Damn it. But then if Titus like has a monopoly on the drug trade and they're like big and strong and okay with killing people, would they object to I don't know, people getting in on their territory? Well, we continue on. That Nosophed is here for its active ingredient.
He said it was for his nose. What more do you want?
Proof of nose. Let me see your nose. The distilled water, cornerstone of a clean lab.
And of all cellular-based life, what's your point, Lawbringer?
No, the distilled water is like bad for cells. It's no. You can say the ether in the air, a useful solvent, good for getting acting agent out of a solution. You remember a lot. Huh. Okay, I'm glad for the logic boost.
Make up your mind. First it's the sweat, then it's the ether.
There's no need for me to pile it on anymore, is there?
No shit.
In short, you tried to use a police detective to set up a drug lab. Well, it's kind of... Did they have hope, though, that it took you this long to catch on? Us this long?
That's
preposterous, against the law, or punishable by summary execution. What are we saying here? We could go against the law.
I meant to say not true.
So what are we gonna do with you?
What do you mean, do?
I am feeling a little outnumbered at this moment.
There's resignation in his voice. He's almost ready to drop the act. It wouldn't take a lot of pushing.
Okay.
The optimal way to go about this would be indifference. It begins by you telling him you don't care about any of this.
Not caring, huh? Okay. Or not a lot of pushing. Or, okay, we can say we do this lawman style, tell me everything. Or 2, you tell me what's really going on and we'll work from there. I can be lenient. Or I don't really care. I just wanted to crack the case. You do what you want and I'll do what I want. I feel like empathy and suggestion are giving me opposing advice here. Lawman style or tell me what's really going on. Middle of the road. Is that too centrist? We'll click it.
What do you mean by lenient?
Not calling back up and hauling y'all off to the pen for starters. Or haven't you heard? I'm the dirtiest cop this side of the river. I'll make life hard for you, using every connection I've got. You don't have so many connections on this side of the river. You... Maybe the old washerwoman who's giving you a room? We can say, we'll see now speak. Huh. Yeah.
He thinks for a moment, then opens his mouth, but closes it again. Then finally raises his hands.
Let me know.
Things are just way too hard for an entrepreneur in this city. It's not like we're not going to turn the church into the wickedest club in East Revershall.
Okay.
Because we are! We totally are!
He's so lovely.
We just got to turn it into a speed lab first.
This is so a multi-step plan I'm picking up on.
You know, to get our foot in the door.
Why do you need me?
Like I told you, spooky arseholes moved in while I was getting all this stuff together. A month ago, the place was empty, and now it's all spooked up.
But they're not that spooky, are they?
No, man. They're spooky, all right. It's just that they would also probably call the police if we started cooking speed in there.
And you sort of beat them to it, so they're not spooky, they're just more square than you want to be.
But the sign was way off, too. I couldn't feel the love at all.
Great explanation, Egghead.
Sir, you promised you'd be lenient.
This seems like it's going well.
This is it. Judgment time.
Authority agrees, though I've tried to kneecap you a little. We could say, give me your cash, ask for a bribe first, but then, do they feel like I'm more beholden to them if I'm like taking all of the bribes? Or we could arrest them, or Get lost, I don't ever want to see you again. Evict them. Whoa, this is more of a crossroads than I thought. Let's do this clean. No speed lab, just a club for hypnotic music. Okay, it definitely seems like what sort of thing, or it wouldn't work without the lab. Do what you have to do to keep the club alive and proceed with both. I genuinely wonder what, how, where, how that could happen. We could. I feel bad for fleecing him so much earlier. We could proceed with the club, perhaps? Because I feel like if you are also manufacturing speed, then you are getting beat up by Titus. Is that how it works? I don't know.
Yeah!
Oh. Perfect, okay.
I knew it.
What? At least one of your group is really into this.
It's impossible now.
What? Just because the police have eyes on you?
No, Andre, it's harder now. This hard cop has come to show us how much the fish is, and the fish is always so much more. We all know there was never going to be a club for hypnotic music with the speed lab. Now it has a fighting chance.
Is this the most he's spoken to Egghead? Because it seemed like he hadn't spoken that much earlier. We could say, what's that about a fish? Or there was never going to be a club in there.
There needs to be a club for hypnotic music in there. Needs to.
Perfect.
Everyone hates each other.
We feel it.
Everybody hates it here.
True.
It's all just drugs and we're slaves and I can't. We are running out of time.
Egghead, this idealism. Okay, I'm glad I chose that option back there. I get to see Egghead shine.
We need a win, Andre. I promise this will be a win. We won't cook speed in there. We'll do it clean. We'll do it true. We'll
What?
do it sober and real and beautiful. This will be a victory for the light.
I feel you could get anybody behind you. Egghead, can I please recruit you to communism? A little
This will be nothing.
shivers. No, come
You
on.
can hear the ice crack underneath you. Outside, the last century waterfront development is crumbling in the wind. A grape-shot row of fallen houses. And so is Rue de Saint-Giraud and all the houses on Main Road. The old cinema is sinking underneath Villa La Bosse.
Well, maybe you just need another attractor. I don't know. What if you made a killer pizza? It doesn't all have to be drugs. Does anyone else feel that? Oh, the shivers? Or let's call this incident crime prevention. I don't know. Does anyone else feel that? Okay. So we're acknowledging the existence of shivers. Well, just call it crime prevention then, and I guess I've got my eye on you.
Okay. We'll try to do it without the drugs.
Damn.
Do a straight club up here.
Okay.
Spinning the maddest reels.
You could be a little gay.
I swear to God. Okay, Egg?
Oh, that's
From
lovely.
here on, it'll be straight all the way.
You could be a little bisexual and homosexual if you wanted, but yes. Okay, that's it then. I feel like there's so much going on with the main story at this point in the game that I probably, since I'm like pressed for time myself today, I probably could not have made too much progress with the main things. So I'm glad I looked at this for a while. Alright, I go and I'll look at the chat. You're saying preposterous, they must be called desperate to find a place. Or maybe you can find an ideal solution, focus on the passion for dance and music and make the original idea true. It's, I don't know, happy stuff. That was fun to look into it. Oh, Noid was neutral between them? Huh, fascinating. Alright, and then if I walk right over here, I'm trying to remember if there were things that I forgot to do. Oh, yeah, we could look at the ledger, or look for gloves in the sand castle. Yeah, okay, a couple of things. And, okay, let's go to... I think the gloves are probably gonna bother me if I don't go looking around for the gloves. And I am dressed as the mega nerd with the music absolutely blaring. It's raining, does that make it harder to find the gloves? A little bit like this? No, a little bit over there, indeed. and dance club is clean and the drugs could come from Jamrock. It's hard to imagine the club without a little bit of drugs or something, right?
Has not been kind to Lily's little sandcastle.
It's really getting
The
to it.
once mighty towers are quickly eroding away. You can see something shining back to you from what must have been a vast underground catacomb network.
So it's broken.
The little castle?
Yeah.
The reigning lord must have come upon some really tough times to let it sleep in such decrepitude.
Hey, the whimsy of Kim Kitsuragi, visible once again. We could reach in the catacombs and pull out the shiny object. Definitely.
The walls and floors give way to the giant's greed, collapse and present you with a pair of ceramic gauntlets.
I'm absolutely loving the narration on this one.
Congratulations. That's the gauntlets down then. We're doing good on the armor collection front.
Yeah. From your voice, I'm picking up that you're not thrilled for so many sidetracks. But I'm feeling the congratulations, Kim, even if it's mildly sarcastic. And then, okay, Humus McGumus had said, I think with that Shivers check, it's an indication that if you didn't continue the quest, the ice beneath them would have doomed them. Oh, I like that interpretation. Feels on to something. And then, did I want to be nearer to the church? The vibes have been immaculate for so much of this, but if I can only be here for like 4 more minutes, I think I want to take another look at the phone, strangely enough, with money we found on the ground. And King Hijinks is saying, I'd like to think it'd be a queer inclusive club. I mean, Stell's already shown she's cool with it, right?
The handset. There's a tone.
Different
The
word
machine is
connotations.
operable.
And we dial a random number. And Zaragro saying it's your favorite side quest, and skibbity danger indeed. Call a number.
Calling, 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 still calling, still calling.
Is this one longer than the other ones?
Stop calling me, man.
Why does your accent sound like someone I've talked to before around here? Not just the actors.
I'll get you your money, alright? I just need till tonight. Let me work.
We could say, who is this? Oh, or we could bluff. Slight change of plans. I want this delivered to the whirling in rags in Martinez. Am I gonna get him killed? Jeez. Or we could all be a little kinder to each other, don't you think? Consider your debt paid, my friend. Am I trying to get him killed? Or you seem to be in some sort of trouble. Maybe I can help you. I'm a police officer. Is this the opposite of getting him killed? We bullied the last person on the phone.
The phone gets hanged up fast as lightning. All you hear is a little shuffle of nylon as the hand moves on the other end.
So he's living for sure.
Disconnect tone.
Okay. Okay. You're ready to move, but there's things happening that you have no idea about, okay? Because, like, me calling another random number, you might detect. Okay, and then...
I'm tired.
Just somebody. A voice hoarse from cigarettes. You picked up almost instantly. Is that different? The chat is saying, not the phone plug away, and the club is the best quest, and King Hijinks saying, I like the quest with the smoker, and Harry finding out that he's bisexual too, but the club feels like the biggest side quest, definitely. The voice belongs to teenagers that were checking the Capri Kinema. Ooh.
Sounds like he hasn't talked to anyone in quite a while.
Who are you? Who is this? What are you tired of? Or can I help you? I'm the police. No, let's ask questions first. What are you tired of?
Writing. I hate writing so much.
This was written by
I
someone.
have to get back to it.
No, come on. It's a little break. You love it.
The man disappears with a sigh.
Okay.
You do not hear the customary disconnect tone, just silence in the handset. The machine is still waiting for you to dial a number.
A glitch?
Seems like it did not have time to swallow the coin. This sometimes happens.
A little luck. What's up?
Lucky you. The call went too fast for the payphone to register. You can still make a new one without paying.
Skill checks. Skill checks. You keep saying, like, don't do it about the phone, but... but if it's behind a skill check, it's like 42 What do you do? If I leave, does that... If I leave to try to put something on to try to do this, does that eliminate this? Well, I take a moment to read. Calling phone number from pure instinct. Do I want 42? Do I want to... Okay. Because I want to see if there's anything at all interfacing with your gloves. I don't think any other thing around here. You can plus empathy, plus spirit, plus everything. Just looking for one in the... Oh! Wait a second. Okay, I didn't mean to put those, to find these in the absolute correct order. But that was oddly perfect. A hat. I mean, I guess, sure. Do I want less rhetoric? Reaction speed? Yeah, I don't... Yeah, that's probably... Okay, I'll say that's it for that, for now. And...
There's still some unused change in there. The machine waits for a number to be dialed.
Got those, cop gloves on. Can we please? Yes!
Close your eyes and put your index finger on the rotary dial. Then pull down on the number. Then move one up. And repeat the motion. Twice.
You know it.
Strange. This is not how you started before.
We could ask, what did I just do? Or keep dialing. Keep dialing.
414447. The rotary dial feels cold from the sea air.
Some of my favorite numbers in there.
1117361. Your fingers keep moving like a spider. Every time the ring rotates back with a little ring of metal. Like a bell tolling.
I wouldn't think that the thick armored gloves would help with that.
Yes. 451-67451. You are going deeper now, into some unknown place, far away from this island of matter and its telecommunication networks.
Okay, we finish it.
451. You have dialed God knows how many numbers. The headset has been waiting silently to relay a signal. Surely nothing can come of this, you think. But it does. A connection.
If it's longer, is that international or some such?
An ultra-long distance call.
There we go.
The air fills with a crackle, the wash of a strange ocean full of white noise. A little bird starts ringing in there, not like the local calling tone before. No, a small ring in a cage of distortion, far away. A distant network of phones, calling in the night.
In the night, you say?
The saddest sound in the world.
International on a stream at the same time.
Both pitiful and terrifying. You feel your pulse rising with each ring.
Half-light, it's a phone. You'll be okay?
Calling still.
I don't know that you'll be okay.
The handset starts slipping from your sweaty palm. Your breathing is heavy.
It's a volition check to hang it up. We could reach out to Kim, who doesn't know why we're here.
The lieutenant is too far away to hear your yelp.
Just a small yelp?
The sea wind blows.
I don't want to hang it up for one. Let it call more?
Calling still. Then the ocean breaks. Out of the depths, a woman's voice emerges. Small. The dearest thing you've ever heard.
Is it her? Does your wife? Why so far away? It's shifting over here. I feel strange that I put on the bum hat for this. You could start out with I want to die. It's been kind of a day, but hello? Hello?
Who is this?
We could say I want to die. We could echo who is this, or I'm a revolutionary servant of humanity. Who is this?
Dora. Who is this? The connection is bad.
Dora.
Dora. The name feels like a gift. A gift was meant for you, to make it possible to live.
You still have so much love left in you, don't you? Oh no, oh no.
And fight.
And fight.
In the distorted distance, you hear someone turning next to her.
Oh no.
Bed springs rattle.
No.
Don't react. Whatever you do, don't react to that last thing.
Volition. You're really strong, but I feel like I should put another point into you, buddy. Don't react. Honor volition.
It doesn't matter if you react or not. You still think you hear a man's voice in the background. It's covered in pain and white noise.
So it's unsalvageable already? We could proceed or say goodbye, or your voice is so beautiful for one. Proceed?
You're not a revolutionary, Harry.
Oh dear. Okay.
You only have 2, maybe 3 things left to say before the change runs out.
2 or 3? We could say, Harry, how do you know my name? Harry, who's Harry? Are you sleeping with him? I'm also Harry. I'm not drunk, or... Okay, I'm drunk, what does it matter? I'm still me. Or I'm not drunk, I'm high. I'm not drunk or high. I'm just hurt. Why does it hurt to talk to you? It's the most honest thing, right? You gotta start with it.
Oh, God.
You could say, hey, or are you there? Hey?
Do you know what time it is? It's so late here.
No, what's going on? Can we explain the amnesia?
It's 4 o'clock, Harry. I need to wake up in 2 hours.
Well, opportunities, you get to wake up right now. Do you want to party is what we could say? Or want to talk about me? Who am I? You sound like you know me. That's a little honest.
What do you want to talk about that we haven't talked about already?
Okay. Yeah, no more memory. No more memory.
This is bad.
No.
You feel your right hand on the handset cramping up with pain.
Physically tanking it. We could ask, do you want to party? No, I'm not going to ask. I keep saying that though. Where are you? You sound like you're in another world. Where are you going in 2 hours? I mean, people go to work. Come on. My heart hurts. I'm gonna have a heart attack. Is that the kind of honesty that helps here?
Oh no. Please stop. Please, let's just hang up.
Where are you going in 2 hours?
To work.
Where?
The academy. Where I work.
Look, can anybody catch on that he's not how he's supposed to be, and that's a bad thing? Can anybody that he knows see that this is out of the ordinary? That sounds better than my job. I'm happy. My job is sad and terrible. It has dead bodies in it. You could say your job is sad and terrible.
No response.
No, okay.
Only, what are you doing to yourself right
I don't know. We could say I'm making a funny prank call, or catastrophic damage, or I don't understand what's happening. If we acknowledge the damage, do we get more damaged?
You need to stop, Harry. You'll die.
Really? What? For real? We have to know, right? We have to... We could ask if someone's there with you. You're in another world.
I'm in my rover. Sleeping.
Well, not anymore. You could say you're a detective, but it sounds unhinged.
She does not answer anymore.
We could say it doesn't matter, this case doesn't matter. Or, can you help me solve it? Or none of it matters. Does talking about it help find an answer? I don't want none of it to matter, but I want you to know whether it matters or not.
Harry.
Disconnect tone.
Alright.
Machine ran out of money.
I really wonder if that could have happened at any point in the dialogue tree. Whoa, okay, that was fascinating. And after that, you could still put 10 cents in. My homework is actually due in 3 hours and 12 minutes, and I made this similarly bad decision to, I don't know, play Disco Elysium because I have to do that for my sense of regularity. This was fascinating. I'm glad I got to get to the phone call. Okay. Heading out of here. There's emotional damage, and I can't turn back no matter how much Volition wants you to. Harry's brain desperately wanted him to stop. His muscle memories forcing him. Ooh, there was a let me die in there. I mean, like, mood, man, but I guess I'm glad I didn't choose that one at least. I don't know. Could any of that have been good? It was her. It was, I don't know if it's better or worse that I got to be mildly spoiled on the name Dora, but we'll head out of here. I'm off to parse this in my head while I'm doing my homework. Thank you guys very much for tuning in, for stopping by, and I hope that I'll explore some alternate options for Disco Elysium like later this week. So yeah,